Hey everybody, done a little refactoring. I added some plumbing because there was missing some plumbing. I wasn't far along enough in this project to really display or teach how to do anything because I didn't really know what I wanted. So right now, finishing up some refactoring. I just blew, oh, yeah, I should just install this. I just blew away some, I migrated the database and the models folders into a Razor Class Library shared project. I need to install Entity Framework Core in here. So manage to get packages. Da, da, da. I don't want to. Entity Framework Core and the shared project. Oop. I haven't installed the updates to Visual Studio yet. I'm still on .NET 8. All right, so let's do a rebuild real quick. There we go. Yeah, package downgrade. Yes. Ton, ton, ton. Yeah, we'll just upgrade these real quick. And then we'll get into the meat. Man. Oh, that's where it is. It's like there's a button that says update. Select all packages, update. It's too many different screens on this that you forget where they are sometimes. Do you see an update? Update. Apply. I accept. Whatever. Dun, dun, dun. Passkey. There it went away. Okay. I'll just tell you where I got right now. Hey, tell you a little bit about this. We got a login register button here. It takes you to something that broke. Oh, Christ. That's because I didn't do a proper update. What? Huh. location DB context is in here in FBS predictions. NuGet packages, come back here. Identity Framework Core update. Will you update? It's not updating. It's all part of how it goes. Build errors. What's the build error? Not compatible with .NET 8. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. I should have upgraded. And I don't have this yet. Nope, I don't have it yet. All right, let's try downgrading again. Because I can't really stop. So installed. These three. So ASP.NET Core components. Let's check this out real quick. Components. This is 8.0.8, I believe. Okay, Identity Framework Core 9.0 is not compatible with .NET 8. Identity Framework Core. Oh gosh, this was 8.0.82, I believe, and the Framework Core ones was 10. No. Compatible. Diagnostics. Okay, all of these. 8, 8. It's not 9.0. There we go. That's strong one, guy. It's 8.08. Needed a clean. Working now. It's working now. Okay, finally. Logged in. Menu, I changed out a little bit, just kind of added some. If you can see, these quick link boxes weren't here to start. The leaderboard comments wasn't here to start. I added Solution Explorer. It's so messy. So messy. So, components, pages. Oh, I'm not going to a client. Sorry, guys. Pages. Home. So, added authorized view, not authorized. Authorized, not authorized. This says that if the user is not authenticated, this isn't going to show. So this only shows if the user is authenticated. This is outside of an authorized view, so it's always going to show. And then in this situation right here, where I do an authorized view, and then I have authorized, not authorized, this is essentially an if-else statement in HTML. So it's if authorized, do this, else do this. So it's only going to show one of those two, which, I don't know. It's, you wing it when you're not working for a company. You're winging it. Feel free to ask questions. Write anything dumb in the chat that you would like. I will try to be nice and answer it. I am very truthful, though. I will say it very matter of factly. All right, what was I going to do? I was going to, well, okay, so that's what it is. I started looking at, look at all these changes. That's the second push I've done since my last stream. So let's get in there. There's the update progress. I'm the only one. There's nothing going on. Push it. Okay, so I'm going to stop doing this. I was going to get into the tables. So now that I migrated the database tables over here, we got Conference Team DBO. This is actually used in another project, in my predictions project, College Score Predictor. User DBO. This is what I came up with. Long would be the ID of the conference team ID, long team ID. Yeah, it would be the team ID. And user prediction is the one we worked on with the first one. So primary key name of user prediction ID. Huh. Yeah, you don't need to do that. I was just thinking. So I wanted to do, okay, what does the website look like as of now or user view? User view. That's what I wanted to do anyways. Users, because I need a super user view. So this is the website, right? This is the unauthenticated view of the website. You've got a login button for the menu. Right now it's still defaulted to open instead of closed because it's in development. It's one less click for me. We got about. This is an about section. It's very, very sexy. Login. This is it. You can't go home. Maybe I should have a home. You think about that, right? Like, let's go back to index or right there. This is like home, right? So this is it for unauthenticated view. This is unauthenticated user. We log in, right? This is the login. We've got, register as a new user. Go back to login. Got resend email configuration and forget your password, right? Login. So we've got this navigation. Home is this page. Home. Bets. It's nothing. Predictions. It's this that we've been working on. Results is nothing. Donate, nothing. Off is something. I'm not going to do that just yet. About is the same about whether you're logged in or not. So log out would literally just log you out. And off is the built-in entity framework authentication using just the Microsoft templates. I'm actually going to change this since it doesn't unless you do password changer or whatever. I don't really want to use this. So I'm gonna redo off because I've added some things here like what is your favorite team, whatever. But with the user, I added the user type. There we go. So was that enough? I'm sorry. Did you get a good feel of it so far? So I'm gonna do a new folder, enums, and I'm gonna add a new class. I call this the user class. And this can't be internal. It's a different project. So public static class user, public static. Is that right? It's been so long. enum user type, uppercase enum, lowercase enum. And we're going to call this a byte. And static is not, I didn't think so. Okay. So we're going to have we're going to have dev. I'm statically assigning it. Admin. Let's see what it gives us. This is user. What else do we got here? Uh, we're gonna assign a test. I wanted 10. All right. So it should be pretty easy to consume these, right? I just added an enum, a user type class, right? And just go imports, duplicate that line, shared dot enums. And so if I wanted to consume that in the client project, right? Let's say I was in the auth. Auth is actually what I was, you are authenticated, authorized view. I say authorized, just like the other one. So this is what you see if you're authorized. Since it just has a page route, I need to be able to handle this if somebody deep links to it and is not authorized, right? So if I say it's not authorized, you are not authorized. And this one, you are authorized. Page title. Yeah, I'm not doing that. So yeah, that's the wrong one though, by the way. Let's go ahead and stop that real quick. In the nav menu, uh, let's look for the auth. There we go. And here, I just want to go to auth. Now let's try it. We're not using the built-in one. We're using this special thing. So we log in. Actually, let's deep link to it, right? Because that page still exists. Auth redirects me to login. So, yeah, even if I wasn't logged in, now I redirect to auth because I wanted it. I am authorized. I like it. I like it. What do I want to do now? It's always what I ask myself, I didn't come up with a real good plan. Just flying by the seat of my pants. This is one of the more tricky things since it is a menu. It's not very clean cut. Let's see here though. Do you have a request on which side I work on? Do you want front end side, back end side? Just gonna close this all out real quick. Close all tabs. No? No requests? Nothing? All right. I want to work on still need to figure out how to get the data out of the other database. I might just do another DB context, and I want you guys to see that. I guess it doesn't matter since it's all my local database. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let's do, it's in the client. Uh, it's not in the client, my bad. It's in here. There we go. Database, AppDB context. Just gonna copy this, paste, and then we're gonna call this the mm, CSPDB context. Right, this is the one that I get from my other CSPDB context. Good, good. I'm not actually going to have these in here or this or this. Now, in AppDB context, I can get rid of this. I'm going to have to do two DB contexts if I want to do that. All right, just, yeah. All right, it's interesting. Connection strings, settings, default connection. It is predictor. All right, default connection. We're going to call this get rid of this guy. College score predictor. All right. Yep, integrated security. That's all I need. Super, super secret stuff there. So, where did I get this? Yeah, in here. DB context, builder service options. Use that right there. All right. I'm going to say this is the CSP connection string. College score predictor. I should have just called that predictor, huh? Glorified copy pasters. That's what developers are, right? You figure this out once. Application DB context. What is this? Root data. Like, that's interesting. That's the user stuff, and I haven't actually wired up the other one. Okay, just gonna do this real quick. And this is CSP connection string. I'll clean this up later. I'm just getting it working. So hopefully we can run a query. Right, we got this predictions, application controller. Built out these controllers just to do some testing real quick. I'm gonna say route. Now I want to create user. I'm just gonna do an empty route. It's gonna be HTTP GET public async task action result. I'm just gonna say get conference teams and okay, got the factory there. So application controller appdb context. Ooh, I've got two factories. I need to do more injection. Dang it. And look at that. The CSP factory, CSP factory. We could underscore this, get rid of the this. There we go. So now in here, using var db equals await c or CSP factory dot create db context async. Now I'm going to turn this off real quick. I don't want GitHub Copilot telling me what to do. I always bob it, right? If I don't know what it's going to be, I know what it's going to be though. We're going to conference teams equals await from db, no, await from c in db.conference team where c dot team id is less than. This was a thing I did to separate the different years. Async. Oh yeah. Let's do a console.writeLine conference teams.count, and then we'll do a return conference teams. Return. Okay, conference teams. Let's call it now. Let's call it from, oh, on the main layout, I think, main layout. Let's see, maybe not. Test method, yes, I've got a very obscure button that does that. And I've got HTTP client right there. And I say if p client is not null, and drawing a blank. There we go. Wait, HTTP client dot get async. This is API. What was that? Application and nothing. Uh, var bob. Bob. I can type. All right. Set a breakpoint. Let's test it. Well, didn't add them. Do you... Is this comment delimited? Or do I just add new lines? Let's try it again. I email sender application user. What am I? Oh, I did do the add DB context factory. That's what I should have done with the other one. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay. That's why this one was weird. This CSP DB context option and this CP connection string. Not good at clicking. Okay, right here, click this button. Well, it says I'm not registered, so shouldn't be able to use it. Um, Bob is, oh, should have done something else. Puzzle dot right line, Bob. Okay, yeah, it's not good error handling, huh? The DB context options pass to CSP DB constructor must be DB context. Da, da, ta, ta, ta. Okay, let's see this. What did I do? CSP DB context, app DB context. Ha. Okay, that's why it's very important to read your errors. Okay, what is Bob? Bob is content headers. Okay, well, I got 267. Well, that's not good. I mean, it is good that I got them all, but it's not good that I shouldn't have had that many. So maybe it was 3,000 was the right number. What am I looking at? Controller. This is the one right here where it's less than 3,000. I believe 3 was the number. Do it again. I don't know what's going on here. What happened? Here we go. I got 0. Do it again. I don't know what's going on here now. I'm lost. Okay, where it's less than 3,000 castings. Okay, that didn't work. Try it again. 267. I gotta look at that database. I don't remember the number I used. Sorry, guys. It's 300,000, but why would they be 267? Conference team ID. Did I do team ID? Conference team ID less than. Oh, I wanted the team ID to be less than 300,000. There we go. Now, if we do this again, you can see here 134. That's what it should be 734. There were 133 teams in the FBS last year, 134 this year. Let's pull this back up. All right. So we got that. So we can actually, if we look at the auth, right? I haven't looked at auth, right? We are authorized. We can start building this. All right, to build this, right? Let's do this thing. How do we do this thing? Pages off. I should have put this in something. Add folder off. Because I'm gonna have subpages, I bet. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. You don't necessarily need that. Attribute authorize, whatever. Okay. Let's make a card. Well, let's not worry about any of this right now. That's not what should have happened. TeleSense is being bad right now. Cardi. Let's be a card header, card body. Let's add a code block. We're going to do we need to do a cascading parameter in public application state, application state. Does that just get that? How do I want to do that? Main layout, home. I think I did it in predictions. That's how I said I wanted to do it. Didn't do it in predictions. I don't remember where I did it. I do it in home. Right here. Instantiate it. Ah, I gotta give it a name. I forgot about that. Right there. There we go. Okay, and so the second this loads up, we're gonna call, that's what I want. So this is one of the 3 or 4 major life cycles of a Blazor component. This is the first one of those that gets called. And so we need to inject HTTP client. All right. And we are going to have, I don't want to do a user DBO. I want to do a true object. What do I got here? User model. That's what I wanted. So private user we're gonna say no, we're just gonna new it up. Imports shared enums. I want models. This isn't working. Shift delete. Maybe I can't put models in here. I don't know. Yeah, FBS and predictions dot share dot. Nope. All right, these models are going back in here, and it copied it. Okay, these aren't holding on to models. So, client models dot user. All right. There we go. We got a user model, user. Yeah. So, uh, user equals, I'm gonna do, you know what? I kind of like that. Possible, no, assignment, reference. Yeah, I know. It's not gonna be. Oh, HTTP client, what is no? What's possibly no? I'm just gonna do get async, come on. Not gonna dot, do I? User model. This doesn't like that. Ta, 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 cannot be used with. Man, it just doesn't like it. No. Let's say var bob equals get async. Okay, let's make a user controller. Controllers, predictions, add. I don't want all that extra bloat. Nope, I don't want that either. I want a folder. Folder, user, user controller. So I forgot the caveat to this is we would already have the user after we log in, and that should be in the application state. So this should actually be loaded from the application state on initial login. And if there is no user, then we need to create a user. So if you can see from my application controller, it's the easy way to do it. Easy way to do it. Just copy, paste, copy, paste. It works. Don't reinvent the wheel. Okay, application controller. This is a user controller. Oh, that's good. So now I'm just going to do a route empty with HTTP get public async task I action result. We're going to say get user. We're going to say from query, just like the other side. String user ID. Okay, this is exactly, does user exist? Okay, yeah, actually, I put application state in there just to, I don't know if I need this as an endpoint. I was just doing this to test some stuff out. This is also a test, right? We still haven't gotten the application state. We need to just get the application state with that one. Um, but actually, here, this might be a good one, right? This was a blank route. I was still just write get conference teams just to give me a blank route, right? So now I'm just gonna, right? So now this one's blank. I'm gonna say get application state. Um, we don't need this one. Let's say this one is just factory. All right. Actually, I don't need that at all. So right there, it's literally this right here. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of this. I did that again. From query string user ID. But this is, does user exist? User exist. Right? Now right here I say if does user exist. So that's if the user does not exist, we would to do get the user, which is what I'm creating right now. Or I'm sorry, if the user does not exist, we would create the user. And regardless of creating the user, we're still going to do get the user. And then to do get whatever else we deem as application state. And then up here, right, we're just going to append to it var client models user. Oh, and think about that. Let's get rid of the models here. I don't think we need models here because we can reference the client models. Um, okay, so we got client models. Probably want dot user as well. So var, we're going to say application state, app state equals new, and then return okay app state. So this is how we actually get the application state. Conference teams, it's not going to be a route probably. It's just going to be also something called, like I did in user service. Okay, so inside the user service, we're already doing this. User service, we need a, so we got a does user exist. Let's do a create and a get public async task create async. And we are going to pass in string user ID, string email. That's all we're going to have. Using var db equals await factory. Ah, yeah, we pass it in. Doing dependency injection at the controller level, so every service I'm just passing it in. That's just how I decided to do it. Could be easier ways to do it, but just right now, not worrying about it too much. I think that's a mistake some people make. Factory dot create db context async. Don't want that, I want that. Now, user DDO, user equals new. That's right, user DDO. All right, and so we're going to say user ID is equal to user ID. So that's the correlation ID. Email is equal to email. And yeah, this is wrong. Nice job, IntelliSense. Await db.user.add async user. Then we save it. But nope, that's still good. Public async task, and we didn't do this. User service. So using FBS fan predictions dot client dot models dot user. And so we're going to return the user model get async. So we're just going to pass in these first two parameters. For, no, I don't know what I'm doing. Await factory dot. Na 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 na. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see var user. I'm gonna do a first or default. That way, if it's null, then I just return an empty user object. So var user equals await from you in db.user where u.aspnet user ID is equal to user ID. Select new user model dot first or default async. So now I can build up the user model, right? So do a little peek here. What is the user model? Oh, I still need to add the user type. Public byte user type get set. Speaking of user type, up here, user type is equal to byte, and then I say I gotta reference the shared project using FBS share.enums. Okay, so here it is equal to user.user and user. So it seems like since it's so, that doesn't help at all. Yeah, since it's just such a generic name, it needs help crawling there, so I have to qualify it more. That's fine. Okay, so this is what we've got. So everybody is defaulted to a standard user. I elevate users after the fact. That's what I'm doing. User ID is equal to u dot user ID. User type is equal to u dot user type. This, I think I should, yeah, I'll keep it like that. Email is equal to u dot email. Trusted user. First name, last name. All right. So I say if user is null, return new user model. Return user. There we go. Minimal validation. There's no updates, right? Like there's more validation usually required than an update, but this is just a create and get. Right now, like you can't even set a first name, last name, display name, favorite team, any of this stuff, right? So we're building this in to where we can actually crawl to a page and we can actually see whatever we put there pop up on a page. Maybe this is the first time you guys have seen it. Simple CRUD app. So get user. I don't know if I need get user right now. Just gonna leave that. I'm commenting that out for now. Okay, so with application controller, um, all right, good. So user ID, I've got the user ID, and I need the email, string email. Every time I need those two pieces because I'm going to create the user, right? This is fire and forget. If it does not exist, then I say await user service dot create async. I'm going to pass in my factory user ID and email. All right, and so var user equals, nope, not var user. Let's not assign this to a new variable. We're going to use an existing variable, appstate.user, which is what I got, equals await user service dot get async factory user ID. There we go. And it's assigned, and now we just return it. And so we can just keep appending to this method. Now this method is actually called open close principle, right? So we can keep building up this app state, right, by opening this method for extension, but we shouldn't ever modify what's up here. Open for modification, or open for extension, closed for modification. That's what it is. Just a methodology to reduce the amount of bugs you could potentially get. What are we running at? We're running at, need to add set team logo as home page. You know, that's not a bad idea. I do say, I do set your, have a spot for your favorite team as a user, Now, if I just add the team logo to the conference team, oh, I forgot where I put it now. Database, CSPDB context, right? This conference team object right here, this table. If I put the logo in here, then I'd have a reference to it to where I just look up this object, boom, you get your team logo. Not a bad idea. I like that. But you don't need all those extra read writes. You don't need all that extra user interaction, right? If you're already setting what your favorite team is, you don't have to keep going, right? Like sometimes you need to think about user experience, and even if that means doing a little extra work. So let's get out of predictions, user controller. So we are in main layout, authenticated right here, get application state and set it. Right now I need to do this. This is what I was testing, right? See, while grabbing the user, if it doesn't exist, create it. I just did that over here, right? Actually, here, let's just, instead of doing that, right, I'll just say um, application state is equal to, I'm not going to do that. I don't remember. This is a Bob thing. Okay, so application, user ID. There's a better way to do this, but I don't want to do this right now. I want to think about it. And email is equal to, yeah, so user ID and email plus email. Okay, so what is Bob? Bob is an HTTP response message. So if I said application state is equal to bob dot content dot, I wonder if I can cast it. I don't know. I don't work with this much, right? And I say application state, maybe? Nope. Ooh, I wonder. This isn't gonna work. I'm trying to be lazy. Dot, read the stream, copy to async, headers. Just read it as an application state. Oops, that's not what I wanted right there. Nope. Threading tasks, application state to. Oh, did that actually work? Okay. This should happen on boot up. Let's see if it worked. Logging in, logging in. So the first two were null, and then that one was not. First two were null, third one was not. Ton, ton, ton. So, now I wonder, oh, I'm so dumb. I am so dumb. Oh my goodness. If we look in our database project over here, we don't have those tables yet. I was just building the models for those tables. So, conference team, delete that. I don't need that. We just need this user. So, add table user. What is it? All right. Right, let's do it. User ID, big int, not oh, primary key, identity. Uh, I forget if I put it before or after. Let's remember here. Constraint ping. Okay, yeah. I just forget this, man. And then constraint. I'm gonna say PK user. There we go. Uh, user type tiny int. No, no. I'm not gonna default it to 0. I'm not gonna default it at all. It's not that smart, right? Like I got them both up. What isn't it now? Email. What I found out is that technically the longest email is 320 characters. You can have an email that's 320 characters long, but that also includes the domain and subdomain, like whatever.com as well. It's outstanding. Nope, not saving password. Public. I don't know what I'm doing. ASP.NET user ID. It's a GUID, I know. All right, public. I keep doing this. Trusted user bit not null. I'm gonna do that one. First name. It's fine. Oh, but these are null. Display name. You know what though? Uh, favorite team. And this is going to be a big and null. Let's add some dates in here, right? We're going to have we can call it an updated date or maintenance date. I like updated. Public date time, updated date. And then we're going to have a created date. Let's do one more. Last updated, last login, and created. All right, so we're going to do last updated date, time, to null. Last login date, time, to null. Okay, save that. Let's publish. And then maybe this will work. Load profile, publish. See if it works. I didn't create an index or anything. Need to create an index on that ASP.NET user ID. And it published. Now let's see if it worked. Claims not null. Still didn't work. Ta 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 ta. All right, so I've got the user table. No user. So we need to look through that logic. All right, so main layout, authenticated claims not null. We go through this, call this application user ID. So get application state. So let's see here. Let's set the breakpoint there. See if this is called. Nope, seems like it wasn't even hit. So that is the problem. Something with my call here. API, application controller, application. Let's give it a route. Uh, application state. Application state. Still wasn't hit. I gotta figure out that. Ton, 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 ton. That's unfortunate. What am I doing wrong here? Request URI. I said it's a oh, I wonder if that's an issue. It's probably not the only issue, but there was an equals missing there. Oh, look at that. That was it. It's my user ID. Let's continue. Let's step through this. Okay, user ID, email, good. Creating it. Oh, let's just continue. Look at that. It actually came back, all three. Sometimes, guys, just missing an equals. I didn't do a good job setting the created date, though. That's the only bad thing, though. So if you see, here it is in the database. Created date is bad. These should be null. So it's not the best we could have done, but you just saw how that works. Now, moving forward, shouldn't create anything new. Should be able to just over and over and over again, click play, play, play. No new, no new, no new. Just keep finding the same one. All right, now if I play. Okay, so I don't know if you know all the magic that just happened now, but now, right here, oof, I don't know about here though. This is application state. It seems like it, yeah, it all worked. I'm gonna just rename this to result, result. Okay, get rid of these guys. Save that. Kind of done stepping through this now. You don't need all these. There's my test method. Okay. So now here's the question. If I come into home, let's go to auth now, right? We got application state here. We weren't doing this now. Now I say uh, console.writeLine. We're gonna say this is in auth. Oh, that's not what I want. Auth. And we're going to say application state dot user dot email. That's fine. That's fine. Gracefully handle it. And we don't need this user model because it's within the application state. Well, okay. So login, auth, something break. Oh, I'm still hitting the breakpoint. Huh. Here we go. Let's go to auth and auth emphasis at gmail.com. So just by coming here, application state is already set. You can see that. So now, I could write this out, span, right? And I say, hello. Um, actually, yeah, let's do it like this. And we're gonna go if at if, and this is application state dot user dot display name, and I'm gonna say string dot is null or white space. So not null or white space. So if there is a display name, then I'll add span, and This is where I say at application state dot user display name. There we go. Card body. I'm gonna say div class is a row. Here's the thing. MT2 my user model right here. User ID. It's not it. User type. User type. Just gonna write that. User div class equals column 3 user type at application state dot user type dot toString. Right, so we're gonna do 2 of these though. Right, so now this would be, you can clean this up more later too. This is just to get us a starting point. It's not going to look awesome. User type toString. This is just going to be first name, last. That's not what I wanted. Why? Last name. Get rid of these 2. I'm going to make these call 6. And I'm going to keep this call 3. Display name call 9. And this should actually be an input. I don't know what I've been doing. This one's fine as a div. Actually, let's do an input and then disable it. Golly. Oh, I don't know if it needs that. Okay, so we got display name, user type display name. Oh yeah, we'll do another one. At if application state dot user dot trusted user. That would be if it's true. I'm going to do a span. I'm going to do a at check. Why is this yelling at me? Cannot implicitly convert type bool. Okay, so if this is not null and okay, because it's nullable. Why would it? It's not nullable. What? Whatever. It's just because user is nullable. It makes trusted user nullable. It's this weird. But non-breaking space with the check mark. But the check mark I want to be strong. So what else do we got? We got display name and then favorite team. We didn't put email in there. I don't know if I'm gonna let you change your email. Did change that? Whatever. Email. Yeah. This one's display name and favorite team. One more with the favorite team. So favorite team, I'm actually gonna build a drop down. Um, so I do need a endpoint for that. So got that built out. See what it looks like. Log in. That looks terrible. Holy crap. Awful. Oh my gosh, that's what the problem was right there. Value equals. Okay, that's why it always looked weird. Huh. Okay, and then this one's type equals text, last name, display name, email, type. I believe this one has it built in. Yep. Favorite team. Um, user type toString. All right. No code changes found. Okay, this is why you suck. That's better. That's better. User type 2. Well, that didn't work the way that I wanted it to. To string. Oh my gosh, I never. This is set as a byte and not a user dot shared dot enums dot user type. So I do that, and then it should break when I set it. User DBO, user service is fine. That sets it fine. And now it should be good over there. Do a reload again. Builders. No, okay, yeah, right there, see? So this is where I cast it again. Shared dot enums dot user type. It's all good. Log in. Ah, now I'm a user. I am not a super user yet. But let me show you. I'm a trusted user. Okay. Um, that and this and reload. See, I'm a dev and I'm verified. So that's it. I'm gonna call it. Uh, any questions before I take off? I mean, I didn't do any submit button or anything like that, but I mean, I definitely showed two-way communication with the database. Showed simple form, set it up. I mean, it's not pretty, but it's a start. Tweak it from here. It's good. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Comment if you have any questions and subscribe, tell your friends.